following is a presentation of the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner. Your Lady Flames play here.
Free throws are good. Flames try to break through the pressure to get a shot at the buzzer. They go inside to Smuda. Smuda turns and scores as the horn sounds. Bella Smuda corner to Hess. Hess for three. Boom! Emma Hess, her third three-pointer of this first quarter.
The Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Fakes the shot, gets everybody to bite, takes it into the paint, floats it home. Beautiful move.
With Liberty and Conference USA, it's time for the Flames to rise again. Rise with us. Welcome to live pregame radio coverage of Liberty Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network. Liberty Lady Flames basketball is brought to you in part by Segra, a proud partner of Liberty University. Segra offers customized business technology solutions. You can learn more at segra.com. Liberty basketball is also brought to you by Carter Bank. Life lived full. Foster Fuels, providing reliable service for 100 years. Freedom First Credit Union. Start banking for good with Freedom First today. Carl Miller Realty, caring, competent, trusted advisors. And by Lynchburg Nissan. Nobody beats our prices. Nobody. Welcome to the Lady Flames Tip-Off Show, powered by Segra. Coming up, we'll hear from head coach Kerry Green. Plus, pregame analysis, starting lineups, and much more are on the way. Now let's go live courtside with the voice of Liberty Lady Flames basketball, Jamie Hall.
Hello everyone and welcome into Murfreesboro, Tennessee, where the Lady Flames are getting ready to take on the Middle Tennessee Lady Raiders. The Lady Raiders 9-5 on the year, 1-0 in the conference. The Lady Flames are 8-4, also 1-0. On Thursday, Middle Tennessee beat FIU 69-38 despite three players fouling out of the game. They shot 50% from the field and held FIU to just 28%, forcing 27 turnovers in the process. They did play one other game since Christmas break. That game on Thursday for Liberty was their first game since before the holidays. But for Middle Tennessee, they played at Princeton on the 29th of December and lost that game 64-51. The MO for the Lady Raiders, they shoot a lot of free throws compared to their opponents. They shoot almost 5 more free throws a game than the opposition. Their starters are averaging between 31 and 35 minutes a game, and then that drops off to about 12 minutes a game for the first player off the bench, down to about 8 minutes a game. So they really run 7, but the starters get a ton of minutes. But they're very good at what they do and play a lot of minutes but don't really seem to be affected by it. You can look no further than Jalen Gregory, who's averaging 14 points a game and puts in 35 minutes per game. She had 40 against FIU the other day, and that was because of that foul trouble. I imagine Coach Insel would have loved to have gotten her out in the latter minutes of the game and not have to play the full 40 in a blowout win, but she played all 40 minutes, and she does that quite often. For Liberty, they beat WKU 77-66. The Flames a plus 16 in rebounding in that game. Liberty also shot 12 of 23 from the three-point line. Had a 22-5 edge in second chance points. And they are shooting the ball extremely well all year long. The Flames right now shooting 39% as a team, and this is by far the best season they've had. If you go back to 99-2000, that team shot 35.6%. So we're only halfway through the season. That's a pretty good sample size, though. This squad is on pace to be the best three-point shooting team in Liberty history. And if you want to take this into perspective, the best individual three-point shooter in a season for Liberty with a qualifying amount of shots only shot 39.1%, and this team is shooting just 0.1% under that as an entire squad. So that's That's really been one of the keys to the game. We'll talk to Coach Kerry Green about all of our Alcova Mortgage keys to the game. Let Alcova Mortgage help you find the keys to your next home. Find out more at alcova.com/Joe J. But I got a feeling that three-point shooting is going to be a difference when we look at the final stats and who won or lost. Our Foster Fuels Who's Hot is Bella Smuda. And that's not just from this game, but really her overall career against Middle Tennessee. She's averaging almost 19 points a game and 12 rebounds against the Lady Raiders. Those games were all last season. And she had a 21-point, 15-rebound effort in the Conference USA Championship game. Which leads us to our Aqua Pros Series recap. This is the fourth meeting overall. MTSU is 3-0. All those games were last year, including that 67-51 win in the CUSA final. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll get the thoughts of head coach Kerry Green, Liberty and Middle Tennessee, coming up just after the top of the hour here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Looking to buy a home or refinance a mortgage? Now is the time to take advantage of your one-of-a-kind offer from Alcova Mortgage. As an employee or alumni with Liberty University, you are eligible to receive a lender credit that equates to 1% of your total loan amount up to $5,000. This offer provides you with some much-needed savings while also helping you tackle your closing costs. Visit alcova.com/liberty today for details. Offer does not apply to broker loans.
Alcova Mortgage, NMLS ID 40508, NMLSconsumeraccess.org, Equal Housing Lender.
At Carter Bank, we believe life is best lived full of opportunities and dreams, of goals achieved and promises kept. We've been creating opportunities for more people and businesses to prosper since 1974. That means great local lending, convenient access to your money, accounts and guidance that make it easier to get more done. We are Carter Bank, the preferred community bank of Liberty Flames Athletics. Visit carterbank.com to learn more. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Hey, Flames fans, Gentry Lock is fired up to join in the excitement this season. Gentry Lock Attorneys knows it's all about preparation, precise teamwork, and a competitive spirit for the hard-fought wins. We've got that down. With our fierce drive to succeed, uncommon thinking, and extensive resources, Gentry Lock helps businesses thrive. We are downtown at 801 Main Street, and we serve the Commonwealth and beyond with offices in Roanoke, Richmond, and Norfolk. All the ways Gentry Lock can help clients succeed is waiting for you at gentrylock.com.
At Carilion Clinic, the success of their employees is based on a culture that welcomes them and nurtures their growth. As the largest nonprofit employer west of Richmond, Carillion's team members are always learning and forever curious. Carilion is more than a healthcare system. It's a team of unique individuals doing what matters most, caring for the community. Visit CarillionClinic.org/careers and search their opportunities. Come join 13,000 employees who are Carilion proud.
Earthright Mid-Atlantic, your trusted solar and energy efficiency experts. With a focus on honesty, education, and excellence, they light the way to savings, home comfort, and a greener future. Educating homeowners about the power of solar and energy efficiency is their winning game plan. More information about Earthright Mid-Atlantic? 434-200-9716 or at erepower.com.
You're listening to Liberty Basketball and the Lady Flames Tip-Off Show from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network. Our pregame coverage continues with the thoughts of head coach Kerry Green, presented by Earthright Mid-Atlantic. Once again, here's Jamie Hall.
Coach, it's always the second game of a two-game set in conference is always going to be tough because you're on the road and you're weathered a little bit from travel. But this is a unique challenge in that, yeah, you got all those things that you have to work through as if it would be any series this year, but you're doing it against Middle Tennessee, the preseason #1 team and defending champs. How has the team recovered from that? And I say recovered, I mean, it was a win. It's not like you were having to deal with the psyche, but physically recovered from that game against Western Kentucky that you won the other night.
We'll find out, Jamie. I wished I had played the bench more, but we're playing to win, and they've got to gain my confidence. I do have confidence in them, but I'm looking at them every day and evaluating what they're doing during the day, and we need the depth for the entire season. So, the bench has got to step in and play well. So, your starters have got to get it done, and when they're starting to falter a little bit or they need a break, our bench has got to come in. So we'll find out. Our bench should be fresh. Those starters who got 30 minutes, we've got to watch them carefully today.
When you look at this Middle Tennessee team, what is it that makes them so successful? They really only run about 7 players. They got into some foul trouble the other night, and it seemed to not really affect them at all. They got, girls playing 38, 40 minutes a game, and they bounce back 2 days later, and they don't look like they're any worse for the wear.
Well, I think that's a key. They're well conditioned. They're tough. They play hard. They play hard all the time, and you might be able to match them or even be better than they are for a quarter or maybe even 2 quarters, but they're going to continue to fight, and typically their offense, they're well coached. Their offenses are pretty aggressive, and I think their defense is certainly underrated. They're really pretty good and aggressive. You mentioned something about yesterday or the Thursday's game. 3 players fouled out. Sometimes what the referees are seeing is critical to how that game is going to be played out. So if the moving screens are not called, they gain some advantages. If the hand checks are not called, they gain an advantage. So they're going to play aggressive regardless if they foul out or what. And, their starters are getting major minutes, but their bench is pretty good too. They got like Miss Basketball coming off the bench, and they play intense as well. So there's not much of a drop off there.
They got that little bit of international flavor as well, just as your team does. Is that something that coaches now in this new world, not that you didn't go internationally in the past, I mean, you've got some great players from Lithuania and Spain and Portugal over the years, but is that something that you think coaches are going to look more into even now with the new culture of college basketball?
Well, basketball has been a worldwide game and a very popular game, similar to soccer. I don't think too many people are playing baseball in Ukraine or places like that, but basketball is one. And when you look at the NBA, WBA, it's such a worldwide game that this opens up more opportunities. And I think Liberty is a unique place. I know it's unique, faith-based education, and it's a safe environment, a growing culture, and hopefully that attracts people both in the states and outside the states, and they think it's a safe, holistic type of environment, and defending and believing in truth and the principles of truth and biblical truth. So that does open some doors, and trust from those outside looking in. So
Peen's father, you had kind of a cool moment with Peen and him. What is it, 2 days ago now? Him kind of surprising her with a special visit, and you were in on it.
Yeah, Peen's father flew in. He wanted to see, knowing these first 2 games in a conference are big games, and I think it was his job opened up to where he could come over, and he slipped in. We were talking. Unfortunately, she was in a car accident about a month or almost 2 months ago, and her car got totaled, and we were talking about what to do with that. And she came out of the accident with bruises and some burns from airbags, so it could have been critical, but God was in control, and she turned out to be okay, but poor car's finished, and we were talking about that, and that was a distraction that she has to deal with, but her father walked in, and that was all on timing. I got to where she had to look at me while he walked up about 12 feet away from her. When she turned around, she just sort of looked through him and then looked back at him and went and jumped up, and she was gone. But we also have Claudia's parents and sister here as well. So it's a break for those people like in Europe. And I'm not sure about their cultures, but schools are out and her parents are in education. So I don't know when they start back up, but they were able to come into the game as well. And you know what time Claudia was on the floor, she was productive as well.
I know we haven't had a lot of time, but since we last talked about the Ortho Virginia injury report, but I'm assuming everything's still solid as far as from last game to this?
Yeah, we're all healthy. I'm not saying 100% healthy because I think Emma Hess has been struggling for really about 2 years with a tight back from time to time, back spasms, like some of the best, like Larry Bird, some of them, but I think she's okay.
Coach, we appreciate your time. Wish you the best today.
Thank you.
As head coach Kerry Green, we'll be back with the relevant law tip after this here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
I'm Bob Davis. If you're considering improving your backyard, AquaPros has just what you need. For the grilling devotee, nothing beats the big green egg. Everything tastes better when it's cooked on a big green egg. AquaPros has the full line of green egg grills, charcoal, and accessories. Since 1985, AquaPros has been the source for the world's greatest hot tub, American-made marquee spas. Stop into any of AquaPros 4 showrooms today and make your home a fun and relaxing resort.
Thousands of our teammates make and deliver 300 of the world's best brands and flavors, locally. From the heartland to the coast, in big cities and small towns. Our products are moving, and our trucks are rolling. We share a passion and a purpose, and we love to refresh and serve our communities. We are Coca-Cola Consolidated, your local buyer.
Frank Good Builders is a proud supporter of the Liberty Flames. Frank Good Builders and its partners design and build beautiful custom homes in the Lynchburg and the surrounding areas. From designing a plan to picking out fixtures, Frank Good Builders works with you to design and build your truly custom dream home. Frank Good Builders can be reached at 434-238-3710 or frankgoodbuilders.com.
Your business deserves a bank that values relationships and prioritizes customer service. Since 1979, First Bank & Trust Company has been delivering on these very commitments. Our bankers have been accessible, consultative, and provide a degree of understanding developed through years of commercial experience. First Bank & Trust has the expertise and capital to fund small and large projects up to $32 million. More information on First Bank & Trust and its services is available at firstbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Turn up the heat. Foster Fuels is a proud partner of Liberty Athletics. Fostering warm moments for 100 years, Foster has been providing exceptional propane and gas services throughout Central Virginia and surrounding areas. From propane to fireplaces and tank installs to tankless water heaters, Foster does it all. Visit fosterfuels.com or download the app to order fuel, pay your bill, and more. Get the customer service you deserve and turn up the heat with Foster Fuels and the Liberty Flames.
This broadcast of Liberty Lady Flames basketball is authorized under rights granted by Liberty University to Van Wagner Sports and Entertainment and is intended solely for the entertainment of our listening audience. The accounts and descriptions of this broadcast may not be retransmitted in any form without the express written consent of Van Wagner Sports and Entertainment and Liberty University Athletics. The announcers are selected by the Liberty Flames Sports Network and approved by Van Wagner Sports and Entertainment. It's game time. Live radio play-by-play coverage of Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network is brought to you by Segra, a proud partner of Liberty University. Segra offers customized business technology solutions. You can learn more at segra.com. Carter Bank, life lived full. Foster Fuels, providing reliable service for 100 years. Freedom First Credit Union. Start banking for good with Freedom First today. Carl Miller Realty, caring, competent, trusted advisors. And by Lynchburg Nissan. Nobody beats our prices. Nobody. Now let's go courtside for the call of the game. Here's Jamie Hall.
Welcome back into Murfreesboro, Tennessee, where the Lady Flames are getting ready to take on the Lady Raiders in what should be a very entertaining basketball game. Flames looking for their first ever victory against Middle Tennessee. They only played 3 times, all those 3 last year, which saw Middle go on to win the Conference USA Championship. They're picked first in this year's preseason poll as well. Let's bring you the starting lineups. First for the Lady Raiders, they'll have Courtney Blakeney, their point guard. She wears number 1, 5'8" senior from Gary, Indiana, by way of Arizona. A 55-43 assist-to-turnover ratio, averaging 10 points a game. Then you have Jalen Gregory, number 10, 5'8" senior from Lafayette, Tennessee. She is 7th in the nation in free throw percentage, 21st in the nation in made free throw and made 3-pointers. 38 3-pointers on the year. She's shooting just under 95% from the free throw line, averaging 14 points. Demaya Scott is number 15. She is a 6-foot-tall junior from Clarksville, Tennessee. Fouled out in the game against Western Kentucky, only had 11 minutes and scored 6 points in that game. Alina Arike is number 21. She's a 6'2", fifth-year student out of Finland, had 16 points on Thursday. And then finally, Anastasia Boldareva is the 6'7" senior from Moscow, Russia, 4th in the nation in blocked shots this year, averaging 14 points and just over 9 rebounds a game. For the Lady Flames, starting at the point is Jordan Hodges, 0. Number 12, Asia Boone in the backcourt alongside Emma Hess, who wears 23. Elizabeth Ayestadish is number 21 at the 4, and Bella Smuda is the 5, number 31. The Flames in the red uniforms, Middle Tennessee in the home whites. The opening tip is won by the Lady Raiders, and they have the first possession of the game. Boldareva goes to the far side. Scott, and then a pass interior from Arike is kicked away. It will stay with Middle Tennessee with 20 seconds to shoot. Gregory inbounds to Scott. Scott takes it into the paint, turns one way, now back the other, missed the shot, and Boone gets the rebound and is knocked to the floor, where a foul will be called against Arike. And just a wrong place at the wrong time for Arike. She really didn't do much there other than she was where Asia Boone was trying to land after she got the rebound. Crowd here in the Murphy Center on their feet as the ball comes up court for Liberty. A 3-point shot from Hess is too strong. Rebounded by Middle Tennessee. They run it up court to Gregory. Her 3-pointer near wing is good. Transition 3 for Middle Tennessee. It's the first points of the game. Flames back on offense. Boone hesitates, now penetrates, drives through, missed the shot. Rebound, Ayestadish. She tracks it down in the corner, back to Hess. Over to Liz. Her 3 is good. Elizabeth Ayestadish ties this game up. That's her 7th made 3-pointer of the year. She's 7 of 15. Doesn't take a lot, but hits a pretty good percentage. Almost 50% now. Three-pointer to answer is Courtney Blakeney. She missed it, but an offensive rebound by Boldareva will reset the possession for Middle Tennessee. A pass is kicked away again. Emma Hess put her foot to it. Lady Raiders will inbound on the near sideline. front of the Flames coaching staff. Our broadcast location is on the same side of the court as the team's benches, and we're right next to Coach Alexis Sherrard, who's imploring his team to play defense next to his head coach, Kerry Green. Pass goes cross court to Enrique. She missed, but another offensive rebound. Scott to Gregory. Her three is an air ball. It's saved from going out of bounds by Bouldereva, but to a Lady Flame. Liberty back on offense. Goes into Smuda, and Smuda is going to be called for an offensive foul. And that is a tough play. Bella made the catch, and I'm not sure she had anywhere to land. And yeah, that's a tough call, boy. When you're in the air and you make the catch, you've got to be able to land, and a collision occurred as Bella was coming to the floor. Flames have to go back on defense as the pass goes cross court to Scott. Scott goes baseline, has her shot. Oh, it just gets over the outstretched arm of Smuda and falls in. I thought that was destined to be a blocked shot, but a high arcing runner by Scott. It puts Middle Tennessee up by 2. Flames on offense. Emma Hess pulls up from 15. Her shot's no good, but Ayestad's got the rebound, goes back out to Hess. Hess will drive in and gets hammered, no call. And the ball comes back down court to Middle Tennessee, where they will slow things down a bit. Courtney Blakeney steps back and then gives off to Enrique. She lost the handle out of bounds, so Liberty will get the ball back. 6:47 to go, first quarter, 5-3 Middle Tennessee. Liberty going from right to left here in the first half of the game. Hodges off of the screen. Weaves back to the far side of the court, now to the near, thought about a pass, instead will go into the high post to Smuda. Still 13 seconds to shoot. Bella outside Ayestadish, another three is short. And the rebound to Scott. Middle Tennessee back the other way. Scott kicks it back outside to Blakeney. Blakeney also fouled out in that game against FIU. She'll pull up from just inside the arc and hit. Middle Tennessee now by 4. 4 minutes in. Hodges will pull from just inside the arc. It's short. And Middle Tennessee gets the rebound. Gregory runs it down court. Goes far side to Blakeney. Blakeney dribbles off of a screen. Picks up her dribble. Has to pass to Enrique. Enrique back to Blakeney. Blakeney left open for a long 2 again. That's no good, but an offensive board from Enrique. She'll take a 3 on the far side corner and miss, where the Flames get the board. Hodges across the half for Liberty. Angles to the far side of the court. Now comes back to the middle. To Ayestadish. Backdoor pass to Boone. Boone lost her footing a little bit. Smuda actually saves the ball, but it goes to a Middle Tennessee player. Now up court. They're on the run. Scott's jumper is good in the paint. 9-3 Middle Tennessee. 6-0 run for the Lady Raiders. MS going to try to end that. Her three-pointer is too strong. Boone fights for the rebound, then her pass to Ayestadish is knocked loose. It's eventually tied up, and the arrow will keep it with Liberty as we have our first time out of the game. 4:43 to go, first quarter. Middle Tennessee 9, Liberty 3, here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
What's important isn't that Freedom First has been in business since 1956. What's important is how we've been doing business since 1956. Since day one, we have been accountable to our members, not stockholders. We make loans that cost less, offer savings plans that pay more, and give back to our community, and that hasn't changed. What has changed is our ability to serve you with more locations and more technology to simplify your financial life. Freedom First. It's a place where anyone in our region can bank for good.
Are your feet preventing you from living life? Hi, I'm Jonathan Cotton, and you may have heard my Good Feet story, how I love my arch support so much that I bought the store. Since then, thousands of customers have found relief from foot, knee, and back pain. I love to hear their stories of walking, running, and just enjoying their new life pain-free. Don't let foot, knee, or back pain keep you from living the life you love. Come into the Good Feet store for your free fitting and test walk. Visit goodfeet.com for the location nearest you. We look forward to seeing you soon at the Good Feet store.
11 West is a proud sponsor of the Liberty Flames. 11 West specializes in apparel screen printing, embroidery, sew-on, and flat printing. From the design phase with their graphics arts team to the finished product, 11 West collaborates with each client to craft custom apparel and promotional products. For more information, visit 11west.com, call 540-639-9319, or stop by their location at 6598 New River Road in Radford. 11 West, outfitting America and logo wear.
You're listening to Lady Flames basketball live from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network. Now, back to the game.
9-3 Middle Tennessee on top of Liberty in a, let's see, how should we be the way to word this? It's a intercontinental? No, that's not the way I'm looking. I don't think that's what I'm looking for. Interstate doubleheader? Yeah, that's fair. Although you have to get off of the interstate, so don't think of it like the road, the interstate, but just the fact that it's multiple states. Doubleheader where the Liberty men will take on Middle Tennessee a little bit later on. But that's in Lynchburg. That was what I was getting at. Everything is basically a doubleheader, but in different states. The men, wherever they play, the women are going to be in the opposite spot. Except for one game, I think at the very end of the year, Lady Flames will play at Kennesaw State on a Saturday, and the men play at home the following day. But otherwise, same day, but home and away. Liberty with the basketball. As we get back to it, it goes inside to Smuda with 8 seconds to shoot. She's going to work down low. Fades, baseline, too much on it. Ayestadic gets the rebound, but the shot clock's expiring and no one knows. So a good offensive board from Elizabeth. But the shot clock was down to about 2 seconds when she got that board. Liberty is going to be called for the shot clock violation and the turnover. Gregory back up court will try a three and hit. Right at the top of the arc, Gregory, who is one of the best three-point shooters in the country, has now hit 40 on the year, and that gives Middle Tennessee a 12-3 advantage. Flames try to go back door. Instead, they pass off to Smuda, who's going to slide past Boldareva and score. So that ends a 12-0 run for Middle Tennessee. Gregory back in the same spot, going to try to drive on Hess, floats it too strong, and the Flames get the rebound. Hodges will bring it across half court. A unique court here in the Murphy Center. It's basically a hardwood that's gray. 2 different shades of gray. Hess tries to drive, has the ball knocked away from her. Gregory brings it down court, near side to Blakeney. Blakeney steps back for 3. Comes up short, and we got a tangle between Ayestadic and Boldareva as Ayestadic was trying to box out, but she's going to be called for a foul. Smuda will get a rest. We see Emmy Stout for the first time. Inbound comes to Scott. Scott now near side to Blakeney. She looks postward, nothing for her, so she'll bounce it outside to Boldareva. Now back to Scott. Scott tries to attack. She's cut off, steps through, and scores. Good patience by Scott to make it a 14-5 lead. Liberty on offense. Stout, who just checked in at the top of the arc. Hands off to Boone. Boone will take a three. It's off the mark. The rebound deflects into the corner where it's picked up by Blakeney. Blakeney across half court. Dribbles outside the arc at the top and now gives off to Arike, far side to Scott. 12 seconds to shoot. Scott with Hess on her, comes off of a screen, finds a little space, goes back to Arike. She spins into the paint and has her shot blocked, but it goes right to Boldareva, who missed from point blank. Flames get the rebound. 2 minutes even to go in the first quarter. Hodges is going to drive, picks up her dribble, goes over to Ayestadish, who goes back door to Boone. Boone's jumper is an air ball. Rebound, Middle Tennessee. Boy, they defend so well. Scott for three, in and out. But an offensive board from Arike out to Gregory, and Gregory will reset. Hands off to Blakeney, and Blakeney with 10 on the shot clock. Dribbles on top of the Middle Tennessee logo at midcourt. Now she attacks on the right side. Slides, shoots, and misses. Hess with the board. Liberty with the ball. Trailing by 9. And we're going to get a moving screen against Emmy Stout, which will give the ball back over to Middle Tennessee. Flames with 6 turnovers in the game so far. Correction, 5. That was the 5th turnover. Mentioning the court, yeah, it's a blue paint, blue sideline and baseline, and the Middle Tennessee logo with the MT at midcourt. But then, yeah, the court is gray, and inside the three-point line is a slightly darker shade of gray. Goes into Boldareva. She's going to work on Smuda, who just checked back in with the left hand, missed the shot. The rebound is tipped out of bounds, and it's going to be Middle Tennessee basketball. Pien Steenbergen will come in for Ayestadish. Gregory inbounds to Arike. Her jumper from 15 is good. Middle Tennessee is currently on a 13-2 run. And there's a bigger overall run in there. Actually, no, that's right. 13-2 is the run. Flames take a quick jumper and they come up short. Middle Tennessee with the basketball. Flames haven't had a lot of second chance opportunities. Only 3 points, but now they get a steal. Avery Mills, who had just checked into the game, gets the ball, goes down court, tries to force up a layup on the left side. Missed it, and Middle Tennessee with the rebound. Up to Arike, who took about 8 steps. 8.7 seconds to go in the first quarter. So Liberty will have a chance to try to get some points before the break, and it would be Middle Tennessee's ball, barring a jump ball, to start the second. Flames go to Smuda. Smuda's jumper from 15 comes up short. So they had a pretty good look. Bella from the free throw line just didn't put enough on it. And after a poor offensive first half for the Flames, not a great offensive first half for Middle Tennessee either. They only shot 37%, but Liberty shot 13%, 2 of 15, and 1 of 5 from outside the arc. Liberty also with more turnovers than they would like, which has led to an 11-0 advantage for the Lady Raiders in points off turnovers. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, reset things and start the second quarter. Flames trailing by 11 here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Score big at Haley's Appliance and Haley's Outdoor in Lynchburg, with major brands of appliances that will make your house feel like a home and outdoor equipment to have your yard looking its best. Haley's puts customer service first. They deliver and service all of the products they sell and will take care of the process from start to finish. Log on to Haley's.com today for product availability. Haley's Appliance and Haley's Outdoor in Lynchburg is a proud sponsor for Liberty Flames Athletics.
Curious about the housing market in Central Virginia? The caring, competent, trusted advisors at Carl Miller Realty have over 100 years of combined experience. we are committed to helping clients make informed housing decisions. For a winning game plan and to discover the value of your home, visit carlmillerrealty.com to make your next move a slam dunk with our winning team. That's carlmillerrealty.com.
Move those coffee chains, Flames fans, and go local. Central Virginia's own Ironclad Coffee Roasters and Baking Company is the premier coffee partner of Liberty Athletics. Pay them a visit at one of their cafes in the Richmond area or at the Richmond International Airport. They'll also ship their specialty grade coffee straight to your door. Visit ironcladcoffee.com, that's www.ironcladcoffee.com, to check out the coffee Flames fans are talking about.
Live play-by-play coverage of Liberty Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner continues on the Liberty Flames Sports Network. Now it's time for a Carter Bank & Trust game at a glance.
It has been all Middle Tennessee to start off. They lead Liberty 16-5 after the first quarter. Flames shooting 13% from the field, 1 of 5 from 3. Neither team has shot a free throw. Middle Tennessee shooting 37% from the field, 2 of 8 from 3. And the Lady Raiders have a 15-10 edge in rebounding, and they forced 2 more turnovers, which has led to 11 points off of turnovers of their 16 total points scored. Gregory and Scott each with 6 points. Ayestadish has 3 and Smuda 2 for the Flames. Middle Tennessee with the basketball to get the second quarter started. Scott's going to drive, dips through, and scores. Now the largest lead of the game, 18-5, Middle Tennessee. Anna Bedoza running the point. Backdoor pass to Moore. Moore, nice move, and she's fouled. And the foul is going to go against Tamaya Scott. Athletic play by Brooke Moore. But an equally nice pass by Anna Bedoza to set it up. Moore to the free throw line where she hits. Nice spark off the bench from the sophomore, coming off a leg injury last season that saw her season cut in half. Three-pointer answered, though, by Tamaya Scott. So after the Flames work hard for a old-fashioned three-point play, back the other end, Scott scores, and now the Flames have to go back on offense, where Brooke Moore once again attacks the basket and draws a foul. Doesn't make the shot on this occasion. She'll shoot 2 free throws. It was Bella Smuda who gave her the pass. Moore's first free throw is good. Brooke on the season, a 62% free throw shooter coming in. For every free throw the Lady Flames make this year, Food Line donates 100 meals to local area food banks to help our neighbors in need this winter. Brooke hits on both. 5 points for her off the bench quickly in 2 possessions. It's an 11-point game. Liberty trailing a minute into the second quarter. Olgareva goes down low and then spins back to the middle, fades and scores. 23-10, Middle Tennessee. Bedoza at the top of the arc. Gives off to Smuda. Takes a couple of dribbles, works her way down low, turns, shoots, and put too much on it. Rebound Middle Tennessee. On the opposite end of the court, Scott drives into the corner and gives it back up top to Arike. Arike out of Scott, bounces near side to Blakeney. Blakely bounces it back on the far side to Scott. 5 seconds to shoot. She's going to drive, float, and her shot pops out. Smuda with the board. Bedoza across the half. Flames in the red uniforms, baby blue numbers. Middle Tennessee in the home whites with dark blue. Avery Mills to Steenbergen. Steenbergen lost the handle a bit, has to regather it, gives to Moore to Steenbergen, 8 seconds to shoot, she'll take a 3, it's too strong. And Middle Tennessee with the rebound. The Flames trap in the backcourt, but Blakely is able to get it across to a wide open Arike. Her 3 is off, and the Flames get the board. Brooke Moore adds a rebound to her 5 points in a couple of minutes of playing time. She holds it on the far wing, up to Smuda. Smuda squares and gives back to Steenbergen. Steenbergen off of a pick with 7 seconds to shoot, will fire, but it's an air ball picked up by Middle Tennessee. Courtney Blakely will slowly get into the offense for the Lady Raiders. Comes near side to Scott. Scott back over to Blakely. And then now to Gregory. Gregory with Mills on her, bounces it to Scott. 7 seconds to shoot. She goes baseline, is cut off, lobs it back up top, and it's going to go into the backcourt for a violation. Good defensive possession by the Lady Flames. With 6:30 to go in the second quarter. Liberty trailing by 13. Looking down the way at the Middle Tennessee bench and their head coach, Rick Insel. In his 20th season, 472 wins. Of course, Liberty's Kerry Green in his 26th season. He's got 573 wins, so there's a lot of wins between these two head coaches, as the Flames are going to be whistled for a traveling violation. Also a familiar face, one of the assistant coaches for Coach Insel. Kim Bruton, formerly Kimmy Reeves, if you go back to her playing days. First under her head coach, or under her father, who was the head coach at the time, Rick Reeves, and then under Coach Kerry Green as well. Back the other side, Tamaya Scott is going to try to dip through, and she draws contact and will shoot 2 free throws. Foul goes against Asia Boone. That's her first. No one on either team with more than 1 foul at this point. Scott's first free throw is in and out. She is a 65% free throw shooter on the year. Mentioned she only played 11 minutes on Thursday night because she fouled out against FIU, had 6 points. Makes the second free throw. Now the largest lead of the game for Middle Tennessee. They're up by 14. Flames have not led. 5:55 to go, second quarter. Steenbergen left wide open near wing, missed the shot though, and the rebound goes through several hands to get out to Gregory. Gregory brings it down court, hands off to Scott. Scott's 3 is off, but well, actually the Flames do pick it up. For a second there, I thought it was going to slip through back to a Lady Raider, but Liberty gets it. Hodges up court now to Hess. Hess's 3 is off. She's able to, no, it's Steenbergen that travels over to get the rebound, but then her pass back up top is picked off, and a run out by Scott is laid in. Flames, after shooting so well at Western Kentucky, are just ice cold. 14% in this game. Steenbergen is took an extra step, traveling violation, gives it back over to the Lady Raiders with 5:04 to go in the second quarter. Liberty 3 of 21 from the field and 1 of 9 from 3 after going 12 of 23 from the 3-point line 2 nights ago. Middle Tennessee with the basketball. Blakely is trying to pass into the middle. It's stolen away by Boone, and Boone's tripped up. So a foul will be called against Middle Tennessee. Liberty will have the ball back, but they're trailing by 16. 26-10 as we have now approached the midway point of the second quarter, which means a media timeout. We'll take one with the teams. I guess since they named it after us, we might as well take it. Hopefully Liberty can get some offense going when we return here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
It's time for my family and I to buy and sell our houses, we knew exactly who to call. And that was Jason Porter with Legacy Realty and Development. Hi, this is Nick Pierce, encouraging you to do what we did. Make the easy decision and call Jason Porter for all of your real estate needs. Thank you. Flames Nation, let's talk about how they can serve you. Call or text me today, Jason Porter at 434-258-8827. That's 434-258-8827, or email me at jasonporterrealestate@gmail.com. Thanks, and as always, go Flames.
True Flame fans know where to shop to show their pride. Shop LibertyFlames.com. We're your one-stop shop for official Liberty Flames merchandise. Plus, all orders ship free. Go red, white, and blue and visit ShopLibertyFlames.com today. That's ShopLibertyFlames.com. ShopLibertyFlames.com is a proud sponsor of Liberty Athletics. For all your Liberty Flames apparel needs, visit ShopLibertyFlames.com today.
Come cheer on Flames basketball at Liberty Arena in Lynchburg.
Decker three, got it! Oh, what a pretty play.
See Liberty rep Conference USA against UT Arlington from the WAC this Saturday at 2 p.m. See the Flames in their final clash before conference play. That's Liberty and UT Arlington. Flames basketball at Liberty Arena in Lynchburg this Saturday at 2 p.m.
Alley-oop, Peter, oh my goodness!
Tickets as low as $22. Get yours at lubasketball.com.
You're listening to Lady Flames basketball live from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network. Now, back to the game.
It's been all Middle Tennessee in the early going. They lead the Lady Flames 26-10. After the hot shooting on Thursday, it's been cold for Liberty here in the Murphy Center. Murphy Center holds over 11,000, but most of those seats are pushed back. The upper deck, which is bleacher seats. Matter of fact, I don't think there's any of the upper deck that is actually available to sit in. So the lower bowl, which is all blue chairback seats, is in a circular fashion, similar to those that might remember University Hall at Charlottesville. Flames back on offense. Emmy Stout, who's come back into the game, gives off to Hodges. Hodges takes a long two and hits. Jordan Hodges makes it 26-12. Blakely back up court for Middle Tennessee. Now to Gregory. Gregory has her shot blocked out of bounds by Emma Hess. She was trying to, about a 19-foot jumper. Hess got a piece of it. 16 seconds to shoot. Inbound pass goes back door to Blakely, who was fouled. 2 free throws for Courtney Blakely, an 80% free throw shooter on the year. Middle Tennessee as a team shoots 75%. Flames conversely 72%. Liberty comes in shooting 47% from the field. Middle Tennessee 41%, but in this game, Middle Tennessee is shooting their percentage, 41, but the Flames are shooting 18%, 4 of 22 and only 1 of 9 from 3. Both free throws are good. 28-12, Lady Raiders with the lead, Flames with the basketball. 4:15 to go until halftime. Hodges gonna drive, floats to the near side, but too much on it. Rebound Middle Tennessee. They run up court to Scott. Out to Blakely. Blakely crosses it over. Granum, who is in for the first time. Boldareva now to Scott, and her 15-foot jumper is off the back rim. Hodges with another rebound. Flames up court to Hess. Hess pulls from 3, but too much on it. Hodges, though, gets the offensive board, and she's fouled. Jordan Hodges with 5 rebounds in the game. Correction, 4. Man, this live stats here are quick. Normally there's a slight delay before the stats get popped in, but not here. Flames try to get the inbound, but they cannot. 5-second violation will give it back over to Middle Tennessee. That is the 9th Liberty turnover compared to 5 for the Lady Raiders. Flames have only made 1 out of their last 8 field goal attempts, but that is actually a better percentage than their overall numbers, as Middle Tennessee tries to force a pass into Bouldereva, and Smuda able to knock it loose. Liberty back on the attack. Hodges down court to Ayestadish, who hands off to Boone. Boone's going to attack and then bounce it underneath to Smuda, but the pass was at her knees, and it's taken away by the Lady Raiders. Another Flames turnover. Gregory up top to Blakely. Blakely off of a screen, has her shot rejected out of bounds by Smuda. 13 seconds to shoot, 2:56 to go in the second quarter. 28-12, Middle Tennessee. Inbound pass comes to Arike. Arike will bounce it cross court to Blakely. Now to Bouldereva, back to Arike, inside to Bouldereva, 2 seconds to shoot. She gets the shot off just in time and hits. Her teammates were imploring her to shoot. She didn't realize the shot clock was running down, so she turned and fired and got it just off before the horn and hit a pretty difficult jumper. Hess with the ball for Liberty. She's going to pull up from just inside the arc and hit. That 30-12 lead is the largest lead of the game so far for Middle Tennessee. 2:10 to go until halftime. Gregory on the far side holds the ball, now puts it on the bounce, gives up to Bouldereva, who hands it right back to Gregory, fires a 3 and hits. 33-14, Middle Tennessee. What has been a average first half for the Lady Raiders offensively, but a very below average for the Flames. Hodges, Ayestadish now to Hess. Hess for 3, short. This defense of Middle Tennessee forces you to take higher degree of difficulty shots than you're used to. Flames had some open threes in the game against Western Kentucky. Hit some contested ones as well, but there has been no open shots other than maybe 1 or 2 in this first half. Gregory on the drive, has her shot blocked emphatically out of bounds by Smuda with 6 seconds to shoot. That is the second time in the last, about 4 possessions that Bella Smuda has just tomahawked a block shot. The inbound goes to Scott. She floats it in the air, missed, but the rebound is not controlled. Ping pongs down. Bouldereva gets it, who has it blocked by Smuda again, and the Flames come out of the pack with the basketball. Smuda taking over on the defensive end. Now she gets it on offense, slides to the basket and scores. Bella Smuda playing with some fire. Maybe that'll get her teammates fired up as well. 33-16. Liberty trailing as we approach 30 seconds to go in the first half. There's going to be about a 13-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. 13 to shoot for Blakely. She bounces it over to Arike. Arike now to Gregory. Gregory back to Arike, and the pass goes out of bounds. Flames are a little bit out of sorts as Emma Hess got knocked to the ground as she was trying to chase down Gregory. Smuda helped out, and eventually that forced a turnover. Liberty with the basketball, 10 seconds to go until halftime. They give it to Ayestadish to the top of the arc with 5 seconds to shoot. Hand off to Boone. Boone drives through and draws a foul. With 1.9 to go, Asia Boone will shoot 2 free throws. Coach Insel not in agreement. Boone misses the first free throw. He may have had an argument. There wasn't an awful lot of contact pretty fair on both sides, but the Flames will try to take advantage and get at least 1 point out of it. They do. 1.9 to go as the inbound comes to Blakeney. She's going to get across half court. Threw one up from the three-point line, but I believe time had already expired before she got that shot up. So we'll go to halftime with the Flames trailing 33-17. As we have Coach Kerry Green on the headset. Coach, I know that certainly wasn't the first half you were hoping for. A little fire there at the end. Bella getting some blocks, forcing some turnovers on defense. Need more of that in the second half.
Yeah, Jamie, we're just not shooting the ball well because we rush our shots. We're not playing with patience, and our execution is not very good. So, I mean, from a defensive perspective, yes, we could get better. We got to keep them off the boards. I don't know what it was, but we were like down -6. No, down -5 with about 4 minutes to go. And they had gotten 6 offensive boards to our 6 defensive boards. That's on the same board. That means we're not taking care of business, and they're getting more shots and shooting a better percentage. Those are just bad combinations for our team, and we're not. We got to make some shots, so we just got to be more aggressive.
Coach, appreciate your time. As head coach Kerry Green, as the Lady Flames head into the locker room, trailing by 16. They've been down by as many as 19. And as he was talking about making shots, Flames only 6 of 27 in the first half and 1 of 11 from 3. On the flip side, they haven't defended poorly. They've held Middle Tennessee under their normal numbers. They're about 3 percentage points under their normal shooting average. They're at 38%. But there's just been such a discrepancy. Even with that, they've made 7 more baskets than the Flames did in the first half and 3 more three-pointers. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have the Carl Miller Realty halftime show with Trey Lyle back in the studio. Once again, here in Murfreesboro, the Lady Flames trail 33-17.
Save big during Lynchburg Nissan's Model Year-End Sales Event. Get $8,200 off remaining Pathfinders in stock. Plus, every vehicle comes with our unbeatable 1 million-mile powertrain warranty. Stock is limited, so hurry into Lynchburg Nissan or shop 24/7 at lynchburgnissan.com.
Owned and operated by a Liberty alum, Larry's Tire and Auto Repair offers complete auto service, including tires, preventive maintenance, and more. Larry's Tire carries all major brands and is open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Larry's Tire has 2 locations in Lynchburg and at Able Tire in Concord. And coming soon, Larry's Tire will expand to a new service center in Forest. More information on Larry's Tire is available at larrystireservice.com.
Peary and Woolwine Family Dentistry say go Flames and good luck this season. Peary and Woolwine Family Dentistry provides dental health services including dental implants, cosmetic dentistry, extractions, and more. Their office treats patients of all ages and accepts major dental insurances. Peary and Woolwine Family Dentistry is located at 2229 Mural Road next to EC Glass High School in Lynchburg. You can reach the office by phone at 434-847-5331 and online at PearyFamilyDentistry.com. The Liberty Flames thank Segra for their support. Segra collaborates with companies to offer business-only, carrier-grade connectivity, cybersecurity, voice and cloud solutions tailored to meet their diverse needs. Segra offers these solutions across a fiber network that spans 28 states in the U.S. and is headquartered in Charlotte, North Carolina. They can be reached at Segra.com or 833-GO-SEGRA. Segra, a proud partner of the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Lynchburg Nissan's Model Year-End Sales Event is here. Take advantage of 0% financing for 60 months on Classy Rogue or save up to $6,500 on Frontiers. Pair these deals with our exclusive 1 million-mile powertrain warranty. Visit Lynchburg Nissan today.
First half is history. Now it's time for the Lady Flames halftime report presented by the Carl Miller Realty Team, proud supporter of the Liberty Flames Sports Network. Now let's get a check of the out-of-town scoreboard built by Frank Good Builders.
Halftime here inside the Lynchburg studios. Your halftime score, Middle Tennessee 33, Liberty 17. The Flames only shooting 22% from the field. Jamie Hall will have the first half stats in a matter of moments. But first, let's get to our Frank Good Builders out-of-town scoreboard. Starting in Conference USA on the women's side, UTEP and Sam Houston are in battle right now. So Sam Houston with the 53-49 win or lead for Sam Houston. That, of course, is the next opponent for Liberty is Sam Houston. Sam Houston 53-49. That game is in the fourth quarter. Also in the fourth quarter, Louisiana Tech 54, New Mexico State 43. Also, as well in the fourth quarter, Western Kentucky coming off that loss to Liberty, trailing FIU 76-69 in the fourth quarter. In the third quarter now, Kennesaw State 32, Jacksonville State 30. Kennesaw State looking to get their first win in Conference USA as they take on Jacksonville State. That game is in the third quarter. As for the top 25 on the women's side, no action going on right now, but two finals for you. Number 12, Kansas State 77, Texas Tech 57, and the number one team in the country, UCLA, 16-0 on the season now as they defeated Indiana 73-62. It is weird to say that is a Big Ten game. Moving to men's basketball in Conference USA, only one game going on right now, and that's New Mexico State 39, Louisiana Tech 19, with 1:13 left in the first half, and one final in Conference USA, FIU 85, Western Kentucky 66. In the top 25 on the men's side, number 16, Cincinnati is currently trailing Arizona in a Big 12 game, 66-64. And number 2, Auburn is up on Missouri 36-22. Couple finals for you. The number one team in the country moves to 15-0 on the season as they defeat Arkansas. That is Tennessee. Tennessee 76, Arkansas 52. Number 3, Iowa State, big win over number 25, Baylor 74-55. Number 4, Duke continues to roll in ACC play 89-62. And game of the day, top 10 matchup in the SEC. Number 10, Kentucky gets their second win in SEC play as they defeat Florida 106-100. Number 10 team beats the number 16, handing Florida their first loss of the season. Number 14, Houston gets it done over BYU 86-55. And an upset, Nebraska 66, number 15 UCLA 58. Nebraska gets the upset over the number 15 team in the country in Nebraska here tonight. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit about the bowl game in the Bahamas Bowl and also talk a little bit about the Flames men's side matchup between Middle Tennessee State later on tonight. This is the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Thompson Brooks Insurance has been serving Virginia for over 35 years, helping individuals and businesses with their insurance and investment needs. The team at Thompson Brooks is experienced in understanding Medicare, retirement planning, life insurance, the healthcare marketplace, and group insurance benefits. Call Thompson Brooks Insurance at 434-385-8500. That's 434-385-8500, or visit them online at thompsonbrooksinsurance.com. Thompson Brooks Insurance, planning today for tomorrow.
Century Exteriors offers exterior home renovations, including but not limited to gutters, roofing, siding, home additions, and much more. Century Exteriors makes the process seamless. Call 434-239-6722 for a free on-site estimate, or visit us at centuryexteriors.com and Century Exteriors on Facebook and Instagram.
At Carter Bank, we believe life is best lived full of opportunities and dreams, of goals achieved and promises kept. We've been creating opportunities for more people and businesses to prosper since 1974. That means great local lending, convenient access to your money, accounts and guidance that make it easier to get more done. We are Carter Bank, the preferred community bank of Liberty Flames Athletics. Visit carterbank.com to learn more. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
I'm Bob Davis. If you're considering improving your backyard, AquaPros has just what you need. For the grilling devotee, nothing beats the big green egg. Everything tastes better when it's cooked on a big green egg. AquaPros has the full line of green egg grills, charcoal, and accessories. Since 1985, AquaPros has been the source for the world's greatest hot tub, American-made marquee spas. Stop into any of AquaPros 4 showrooms today and make your home a fun and relaxing resort.
Now back to the halftime report presented by the Carl Miller Realty Team from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network.
Drew Brees, Peyton Manning right behind him. Nate Hampton on 4th down, scrambles to the right, throws down the right sideline, pass is caught in the end zone. Reese Smith.
Or off the schneid.
Light him up, touchdown Liberty. Nate Hampton with the touchdown pass to Reese Smith. That's the first touchdown pass for Nate Hampton since 2021 to Caleb Coleman against UMass.
We're off the earlier today on the Liberty Flames Sports Network. Unfortunately for the Flames, they do fall in the Bahamas 26-7. Their only score was that Nate Hampton to Reese Smith touchdown pass, as you heard from Alan York, as Liberty does fall to end their season to Buffalo there as well. But speaking of the Flames and some action, they are back in action on the men's side against Middle Tennessee State. Later on tonight, looking to bounce back off of that tough loss to Western Kentucky. Thursday night, Nick Pierce will have the call at 5:30 p.m. on our mobile app or on 107.5 FM in Lynchburg, 101.1 FM in Roanoke, as the Flames look to get the win against Middle Tennessee State. When we come back here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, we'll head back to Murfreesboro, head back to Jamie Hall. He'll have the second half stats for you and get you ready for the start of that second half. This is the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Looking to buy a home or refinance a mortgage? Now is the time to take advantage of your one-of-a-kind offer from Alcova Mortgage. As an employee or alumni with Liberty University, you are eligible to receive a lender credit that equates to 1% of your total loan amount up to $5,000. This offer provides you with some much-needed savings while also helping you tackle your closing costs. Visit alcova.com/liberty today for details. Offer does not apply to broker loans.
Alcova Mortgage, NMLS ID 40508, NMLSConsumerAccess.org, Equal Housing Lender.
At Carillion Clinic, the success of their employees is based on a culture that welcomes them and nurtures their growth. As the largest nonprofit employer west of Richmond, Carillion's team members are always learning and forever curious. Carillion is more than a healthcare system. It's a team of unique individuals doing what matters most, caring for the community. Visit CarillionClinic.org/careers and search their opportunities. Come join 13,000 employees who are Carillion proud.
Hi, it's Jonathan Cotton, and people often ask me, what is the Good Feet store? I respond, we are an arch support store. When you come in, our staff is going to welcome you and listen to your needs. We want to learn about you, your lifestyle, your work, and the types of shoes you enjoy wearing. Then after measuring your feet, we are going to fit you from a selection of over 300 styles and sizes of arch supports. Come into the Good Feet store for your free fitting and test walk. Visit goodfeet.com for the location nearest you. We look forward to seeing you soon at the Good Feet store.
Thousands of our teammates make and deliver 300 of the world's best brands and flavors, locally. From the heartland to the coast, in big cities and small towns. Our products are moving, and our trucks are rolling. We share a passion and a purpose, and we love to refresh and serve our communities. We are Coca-Cola Consolidated, your local bottler.
It's almost time for the second half. Now back to the arena for a check of the stats from the first half. Presented by Larry's Tire and Auto Repair.
Welcome back into the Murphy Center. Middle Tennessee leads Liberty 33-17 here at the half. Flames shot only 6 of 27 from the first half, from the field in the first half, 22%, 1 of 11 from 3. 4 or 5 at the free throw line. Middle Tennessee, 13 of 34 from the field. That's 38%. 4 of 12 from 3. Those numbers brought to you by Century Exteriors. They were 3 of 4 at the free throw line. Scott led the way with 14 points. She played all 20 minutes. Jalen Gregory had 9. She also played all 20. And Boldareva also played the entire first half. She had 4 points and 6 rebounds for Middle Tennessee. For the Lady Flames, Brooke Moore off the bench with 5 points. And Bella Smuda with 4 points. The two players with more than a basket for Liberty, Elizabeth Ayestadish and Jordan Hodges, each had 5 rebounds. Points off turnover, 16-3 Middle Tennessee, as they forced 10 giveaways. The Flames forced 7. Second chance points, 8-3 Middle and 10-6 in points in the paint for the Lady Raiders. Flames had the basketball to start the second half, and just like we had at the beginning of the first half, a kick ball. In that situation, it was against the Flames. This time it's against Middle Tennessee. Liberty lobs to Smuda, standing just inside the 3-point line. Now on the far wing to Ayestadish. Bounces it back into Smuda, who's posted up. She's going to try to go reverse. Now dips underneath and missed. The rebound is out of bounds to the Lady Raiders. So Middle Tennessee with their first possession of the second half. They lead 33-17. Scott pulls up from just inside the arc and hits. He continues to shoot the ball extremely well. 18-point lead for Middle Tennessee. Scott with 16 points on 7 of 13 shooting. Hodges has the ball and then dribbles it off of her foot and out of bounds. Unforced Liberty turnover. 9:09 to go in the third quarter. Scott with the basketball, now up top to Arike, and it's knocked loose. Ayestadish gets it. She's able to find Asia Boone streaking up court, who scoops it in. Flames getting their first fast break points of the game. Gregory on offense for Middle Tennessee. Has Hess on her. Bounce pass across to Blakely. She's going to dump it on the inside to Boldareva, and Boldareva muscles it through off the glass. 37-19 Middle Tennessee. Smuda fakes the pass, now dribbles into the paint. Goes up and she muscles it on the right side. So mirror image from the two post players that are all both very impressive in their stats and fun to watch when they go head to head. It's 37-21 Middle Tennessee. They've got the basketball. Scott to Blakely, lobs for Boldareva, and it's picked off. Nice help defense by Elizabeth Ayestadish. Liberty back on offense. Hodges into Smuda. Smuda has a little bit of space to work. Goes to the far side. Missed the shot, but Ayestadish gets the rebound. Out to Boone for 3. Short. 3-point shots just have not fallen for the Flames in this game. They're 1 of 12. Rebound Middle Tennessee. Opposite end of the court. From the first half, they go to our left. If you're watching on television, it's flip-flop because we're actually on the opposite side of the court from the TV cameras, on the same side as the team's benches. Boldareva to Gregory. Gregory drives and draws a foul. Smuda's going to pick up the personal. Not a lot of foul trouble on either team. Scott and Arike each have 2 for Middle Tennessee. Smuda now has 2 for the Flames. First free throw from Gregory is good. She doesn't miss very often. 95% free throw shooter, 7th in the nation. She had 17 points, 5 rebounds against FIU on Thursday night. Both these teams picked up a win in their first conference game. Middle Tennessee with the win today would break the record for the longest winning streak in CUSA history. Flames turn the ball over. Scott down court. Has it knocked away, but they're going to call a foul against Hess. She's surprised, and the official says it wasn't on you. Foul is on Asia Boone. Hess was able to pick it clean, but contact from Asia will put Scott at the free throw line when she hits the first. 7 minutes even to go in the third quarter. Second free throw is also good, and now the largest lead for Middle Tennessee. They're up 20. Hodges off of a screen. Now off of another. Goes to the far side of the court. Looks back door. Nothing for. Lobs outside to Smuda. Smuda, a couple of dribbles. Gives it back out to Ayastadish, who fires up a three. It's in and out. And Scott gets the rebound for Middle Tennessee. They run. They've got numbers the other way. Boldareva goes the length of the court and scores off of a feed from Gregory. I say the length of the court. Boldareva had the furthest distance to go. Post player showing off her wheels. Flames going to try to answer with a three-pointer far corner, and Hess is able to hit. We'll see if maybe that gets something going for the Flames. In the three-point shooting category, they came in hitting it 39% as a team. But before that make, were 1 of 13 in this game, now 2 of 14. Boldareva spins, fades, and missed. Came up short. Rebound Liberty, up court to Boone. Boone, Ayastadish, nice pass back to Boone, who lays it in. Beautiful offense by the Lady Flames, makes it 43-26. Approaching the midway point of this third quarter. Blakely drives and hangs on the rim and scores. Acrobatic play by Courtney Blakely. Flames go back the other way and draw a foul. Partisans didn't agree, and a good crowd on hand. They always draw well here at Middle Tennessee. Get you their attendance numbers here in just a second. Flames inbound to Hess. She makes the catch in the far corner. It's a little space, pulls up baseline, but came up too strong on it, and then Hodges tried to keep it alive, but couldn't quite. Goes out of bounds. Jordan Hodges has gotten in on a lot of rebounding in this game, the point guard already with 5. Middle Tennessee is averaging 4,000 fans per home game. Tops in the conference. Flames kick the ball away with 4:57 left in the third quarter. That'll bring us to a media timeout. It's 45-26, Middle Tennessee. Liberty still in the shooting doldrums, only 28% and 2 of 14 from outside the arc. Everything else isn't so bad. Well, rebounding's not good either. 29-19 in rebounding against the Middle Tennessee team that is actually a minus on the year. They're about a -1 in boards. The Flames haven't been able to get on the offensive glass as much as they would like. Considering all the shots that they've missed, they've had plenty of opportunities to get offensive rebounding, but they just haven't been able to find many. Only 3 second chance points in this game. We'll take a timeout and be back after this. You're listening to the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Earthright Mid-Atlantic, your trusted solar and energy efficiency experts. With a focus on honesty, education, and excellence, they light the way to savings, home comfort, and a greener future. Educating homeowners about the power of solar and energy efficiency is their winning game plan. More information about Earthright Mid-Atlantic? 434-200-9716 or at erepower.com.
Your business deserves a bank that values relationships and prioritizes customer service. Since 1979, First Bank & Trust Company has been delivering on these very commitments. Our bankers have been accessible, consultative, and provide a degree of understanding developed through years of commercial experience. First Bank & Trust has the expertise and capital to fund small and large projects up to $32 million. More information on First Bank & Trust and its services is available at firstbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Frank Good Builders is a proud supporter of the Liberty Flames. Frank Good Builders and its partners design and build beautiful custom homes in the Lynchburg and the surrounding areas. From designing a plan to picking out fixtures, Frank Good Builders works with you to design and build your truly custom dream home. Frank Good Builders can be reached at 434-238-3710 or frankgoodbuilders.com.
Now back to Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network.
(45-26) Middle Tennessee with the lead over Liberty. 4:57 to go in the third quarter. Here from Murfreesboro. Two storied programs. Middle Tennessee with 19 conference tournament championships going all the way back to 1983. They've won 2 in a row. Looking for the three-peat. Picked the win this year. Flames on defense as we get back underway. Goes into Boldareva. She's double teamed for a moment. Goes outside. Arike now to Gregory. Gregory with 4 seconds to shoot to Boldareva. Back to Gregory. Going to have to force one up, and she's fouled by Hess. So 3 free throws for Gregory. They're taking a look at the monitor maybe to see if this was a 2 or a 3. Maybe also to see if the foul occurred before the shot clock expired. Say it was 3, so 3 free throws for Gregory. And a rare miss. The first one pops out. Gregory was 7th in the nation coming into today, 95% from the free throw line. And missed the second. Gregory plays a ton of minutes. She averages over 35 minutes a game, but she played 40 on Thursday and played the entire 20 in the first half today and hasn't come out yet. So maybe fatigued a little bit, possibly. Doesn't seem like she gets fatigued, but maybe she is. She hits 1 of 3. Now Liberty back on offense, and Aya Stadish drives to the hoop where she's called for an offensive foul. Gregory stepped in underneath and drew the charge. Scott with the basketball for Middle Tennessee, and she lost the handle. It's loose on the floor. Timeout going to be taken. She got back to the ball, and Coach Rick Insel, to save the possession, calls a timeout, which brings us to a media timeout. 4:15 to go in the third quarter, 18 seconds for Middle Tennessee to shoot. When we return, they lead 46-26 here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Turn up the heat. Foster Fuels is a proud partner of Liberty Athletics. Foster has been fostering warm moments for 100 years. Headquartered in Brookneal, Virginia, Foster has been providing exceptional propane and gas services since 1921. Stop by one of our 6 showroom locations across Central Virginia to view our wide range of products. From propane to fireplaces and grills to tank installs and tankless water heaters, Foster has it all. Download our app or visit fosterfuels.com for more info.
Move those coffee chains, Flames fans, and go local. Central Virginia's own Ironclad Coffee Roasters and Baking Company is the premier coffee partner of Liberty Athletics. Pay them a visit at one of their cafes in the Richmond area or at the Richmond International Airport. They'll also ship their specialty grade coffee straight to your door. Visit ironcladcoffee.com, that's www.ironcladcoffee.com, to check out the coffee Flames fans are talking about.
What's important isn't that Freedom First has been in business since 1956. What's important is how we've been doing business since 1956. Since day one, we have been accountable to our members, not stockholders. We make loans that cost less, offer savings plans that pay more, and give back to our community, and that hasn't changed. What has changed is our ability to serve you with more locations and more technology to simplify your financial life. Freedom First. It's a place where anyone in our region can bank for good.
You're listening to Lady Flames basketball live from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network. Now, back to the game.
4:15 to go in the third quarter. Liberty trailing Middle Tennessee 46-26. Talking about the history of both of these programs. Middle Tennessee with 21 tournament titles in various conferences, including the last two here in Conference USA. Liberty with 18 titles over the years as far as tournament championships, 17 NCAA appearances. These teams have certainly a known commodity in women's basketball. And this building is a known commodity in this part of the country. Built in 1972, it's hosted a lot of dignitaries as well as big name musicians. Elvis has been in this building, Billy Joel, Elton John, the Eagles, Bruce Springsteen has done a show here. I believe, if I remember right, multiple shows here for Springsteen. John Denver has appeared here in the Murphy Center. It holds over 11,000. It's really not configured for that much now, with bleachers in the upper deck not engaged. But the lower bowl chairback seats is probably about maybe about half of the total seats in the building, a little less than half probably. So my guess is about, we'll say 5,000 folks can be seated in the lower bowl, maybe a little less, 4,500, 5,000. After a miss for Middle Tennessee, the Flames get the ball. Attacking to our right. Hess with 8 seconds to shoot. Calls for some movement. Everything's kind of stagnant at the moment. Hess drives in, has it stolen away from her by Gregory. Gregory back the other way against Ayestadish. Is able to bank it in. It's back out to a 22-point lead. Flames go back on offense inside to Smuda. Smuda on the far side. Not able to finish. And Middle Tennessee gets the ball back. Blakely on the drive, and she scores. Now the largest lead for Middle Tennessee. They're up 24. Lady Raiders at 45% shooting. They've currently scored 7 in a row. Ayestadish for 3. Too strong. The Flames seem to be a little bit impatient on offense. Frustration may be setting in. Scott's 3-pointers off the mark, but she's able to get her own rebound in the corner. Bounces it back to Boldareva. Her jumper is short, and the rebound deflects to Jordan Hodges. Hodges, nice footwork to get into the paint. Goes high off the glass, missed the shot, but Smuda got the rebound, and she's fouled. Bella will shoot 2. 2:18 left in the third quarter. Flames going to make multiple substitutions, complete line change as a matter of fact. Mendoza, Mills, Steenbergen, and Moore. Smuda, after the free throws, assuming she makes the second, would check out of the game. She misses the first. Crowd making some noise because they get some free food if she misses 2 in a row, but she does not. 1 of 2 for Bella. I forget now what it was, but Flames missed 2 free throws. Everybody gets something for free. Back on the other end of the court, Scott is going to drive towards the hoop, and she draws the foul and hits the shot. Chance at a 3-point play for Tamaya Scott. She now has 20 points in the game, 8 of 15 shooting, and 8 rebounds. Also makes the free throw. 53-27. Anna Bedoza runs the point. She pulls up from 15 and hits. First points of the game for Anna. Liberty back on the defensive side of things as Scott is going to try to drive on Moore. Kicks far side corner to Harrison. As we see some rare substitutions for Middle Tennessee. It goes to Boldareva. She missed the shot. Kept from going out of bounds by Harrison, and then it does go out of bounds as she saved it towards midcourt, but it trickled out. Steenbergen inbounds to Bedoza. Bedoza now to the far side. Off of a pick, will draw a foul on the floor. Goes against Jada Harrison. Gregory and Boldareva are still in the game. Scott also still in the game. I don't think Boldareva or Gregory has checked out. We'll look at that here in a moment. Stout takes the inbounds, works on Boldareva, and then goes back to the baseline where the ball is knocked away. Good help defense by Gregory. She gets the steal. Middle Tennessee back on offense. Arike now to Scott. Scott far side to Gregory, who has Brooke Moore on her. Brooke steps behind the screen, and Gregory shoots over and scores. 3-pointer by Gregory. She now has 17 in the game, 4 of 5 from outside the arc. Bedoza going to drive for Liberty, has her shot blocked, and then it's tied up. The arrow will give it over to Middle Tennessee. And they're going to take a look at the replay. And I'm not sure exactly what they're looking at. Anna Bedoza drove to the basket. Kind of bumped around in the paint a little bit. Went up for the shot, which was blocked and tied up. The arrow is pointing towards Middle Tennessee. But I'm not sure what they're looking at here. There was some sort of contact on the play, not sure. Middle Tennessee leading Liberty 56-29. What has been just an offensive nightmare for the Flames. 11 of 40, 28%, 2 of 15 from 3, that's 13%. And Liberty's been out rebounded by 10. Flames, a team that normally out rebounds opponents by almost 9. Middle Tennessee is not a bad rebounding team, but they're not generally a good rebounding team. They're pretty average, a minus 0.7 in rebounding. So not sure what they were looking at. Never got an explanation as to what the replay was about. Well, whatever it was, it's going to stay the way that it was called on the floor. Jump ball to Tennessee, to Middle Tennessee. 35 seconds to go and the clock running here in the third quarter. About a 10-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Enrique to Scott, far side to Gregory. Gregory off of a pick, tries to clear a little space, backs up, takes a three and hits, and draws the foul. Gregory now 5 of 6 from three-point land. Avery Mills picks up the personal foul, and Gregory will shoot one. It's now a 30-point lead for Middle Tennessee. Make it 31. 15 seconds to go in the third quarter. Flames can hold for the final shot. Bedoza goes to the far side of the court. We're going to get a moving screen against Liberty. Ten seconds to go, and the Flames turn the ball over. That's the 17th turnover. Blakely down court, gets it on the near side to Enrique. Her three-pointer is off, and the Flames get the board, and time will expire on this third quarter that now sees the Flames trailing by 31. 60-29 as the lights go out in the Murphy Center. Which it's nice for the fans, the lights and the pyrotechnics and all that kind of stuff going on, but it's gotta be tough for coaches. Now they're in the huddle and there's no light on in the building. You almost have to bring flashlights with you now. We go to the fourth with the Flames trailing by 31 here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Hey, Flames fans, Gentry Lock is fired up to... Gentry Lock Attorneys knows it's all about preparation, precise teamwork, and a competitive spirit for the hard-fought wins. We've got that down. With our fierce drive to succeed, uncommon thinking, and extensive resources, Gentry Lock helps businesses thrive. We are downtown at 801 Main Street, and we serve the Commonwealth and beyond with offices in Roanoke, Richmond, and Norfolk. All the ways Gentry Lock can help clients succeed is waiting for you at gentrylock.com.
Score big at Haley's Appliance and Haley's Outdoor in Lynchburg with major brands of appliances that will make your house feel like a home and outdoor equipment to have your yard looking its best. Haley's puts customer service first. They deliver and service all of the products they sell and will take care of the process from start to finish. Log on to Haleys.com today for product availability. Haley's Appliance and Haley's Outdoor in Lynchburg is a proud sponsor for Liberty Flames Athletics.
Come cheer on Lady Flames basketball at Liberty Arena in Lynchburg.
Hodges for three. Boom! Jordan Hodges, two huge shots.
See the Liberty Lady Flames battle the best in Conference USA. This week, Liberty takes on Sam Houston Thursday night at 7 o'clock. Then Liberty entertains Louisiana Tech this Saturday at 2 o'clock. Bring the family and experience the action of Liberty Lady Flames basketball at Liberty Arena. Tickets at luwbasketball.com.
Live play-by-play coverage of Liberty Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner continues on the Liberty Flames Sports Network. Now it's time for a Carter Bank & Trust game at a glance.
Well, we'll do our best to give you a game at a glance because the lights are still off here in the Murphy Center. It's a great crowd, and a lot of energy. Of course, Middle Tennessee's playing outstanding basketball right now, leading 60-29. But it's tough to see as I hold the stats up to the, oh, now the lights come on. Good, just in time. Not a lot of good stats to tell you about. Flames shot a little bit better in the third, 5 of 13, 39%, but their overall percentage is still 28%. Middle Tennessee, though, heated up. They had their best shooting quarter as well, 9 of 16, 56%. Hit a couple more three-pointers, and they extend their lead. They forced 17 Liberty turnovers. They have 27 points off of those turnovers. Flames have lost the rebounding battle so far as well, 33-24. Liberty with the possession to begin this fourth quarter, and a jump shot from Avery Mills is well off the mark. Rebound, Middle Tennessee. Scott along the baseline, pulls up, too much on it. Rebound, Bedoza. Anna sets up the offense. Behind the back dribble, gets to the free throw line, pulls up, hits, but there's going to be a illegal screen on Emmy Stout that waves off the basket. We've seen a few of those in this game so far against the Flames. Scott on the drive for Middle Tennessee, missed the shot. Flames get the rebound. About a minute into the fourth quarter. Still trailing by 31. Bedoza outside to Steenbergen. Has to gather it in. Takes a couple of dribbles. Goes cross court, but first a foul is going to be called against Middle Tennessee. Boldareva picks up her second personal foul. Bedoza having a little trouble getting it in, does not in time. 5-second violation. Another Liberty turnover. We were talking about minutes played. Boldareva, Gregory, and Scott have played the entire game. They're still out there. Played 30 minutes through 3, and now they're in their 32nd minute. Boldareva on Stout. Goes back to the middle, floats it, missed it, but an offensive rebound pulled in by Arike, and she scores. Arike with 4. Flames down by 33. Interior to Stout. Stout with the left hand, rushed it and missed it. Middle Tennessee with the rebound. Arike up now to Blakely. Blakely dribbles around a screen, gives it back up top to Arike. She fakes the 3, instead drives in, missed the shot, got her own rebound, missed that. It's tipped outside where Mills tracks it down for the Flames. Flames would love to just get something here in the fourth quarter to pull in a little bit of confidence. Probably too late to make a run to get back into this basketball game with only 7.5 minutes to go, trailing by 33. Moore's shot is off, but an offensive rebound from Bedoza. Now out to Mills. Mills off of a screen, bounces it into Stout. It's deflected away, and it's going to be off of Middle Tennessee. Got to figure out what the shot clock is supposed to be now. It shows 30. Needs to be a lot less than that. It's going to be 9. Flames have 9 seconds to shoot. Claudia Athene in for the first time. Passes it to the outside of the arc. It deflects off of a Middle Tennessee player. Nope, actually off of a Lady Flame. Going to be Middle Tennessee basketball. You can see a lot of frustration on the faces of all the Lady Flames at this point. This game has certainly not gone to expectation at all. Liberty played so well against WKU on Thursday night, shot the ball so well, and shots just have not fallen this game. The defense of Middle Tennessee is also very frustrating for a lot of teams. Gregory's shot is off, rare miss for her. Flames get the board. Steenbergen up to Stout. Stout back to Steenbergen. She takes a 3 and hits. Not many of those have gone in for the Flames in this game. Liberty 3 of 17 from outside the arc. That is 18% after they shot above 50% 2 nights ago. Three-pointer from Blakely is also a miss. I shouldn't say also a miss. Just Flames actually hit their last 3. They just had missed a bunch. Back the other way. Brooke Moore will drive, but missed the shot. Rebound, Middle Tennessee, and Blakely missed her shot too. Both players looked like they got fouled, but with a 30-point game, I think the officials are probably going to put the whistle in their pocket quite a bit from here on out. Moore outside to Stout, now to Steenbergen. Her 3 is in and out. Stout gets the rebound and she's fouled. Emmy will shoot 2. Stout on the season, 3 of 8 from the free throw line. 6'3" freshman out of Forest, Virginia. Was set to redshirt this season before a couple of unfortunate injuries. First, Caroline Shirey went down at Grand Canyon. Stout hits the first free throw. Less than a week later, Emily Howard got hurt in practice. Emily just recently had her surgery. I believe Caroline's going to have hers next week, in fairly near future. Maybe not next week, but pretty soon. So we wish them a speedy recovery, but out of those injuries, Emmy Stout had to come out of the red shirt. She makes the free throws. It's a 62-34 lead. Three-pointer from Gregory is off. High rebound, battle for on the ground, and then tied up. Arrow will give it back, or actually it'll stay with Middle Tennessee. We see some substitutions, but I still don't believe Gregory, Boldareva, or Scott have checked out of this game. I don't think so. Even though it's pretty much well in hand at this point. Same thing on Thursday night, though, as it goes into Scott, and she's able to score along the baseline. They had a pretty comfortable win against FIU. Mills near side 3 is good. So Avery Mills is able to get on the board. Makes it a 64-37 game. Gregory up top to Arike. Now on the near side to Scott. Scott crosses it over, picks up her dribble, out to Boldareva for 3, short. Steenbergen with the rebound. Now to Mills, and Mills up court to Athene. Athene to Hess. Hess lobs to Smuda, and Smuda couldn't handle the pass. Pass was just a little too much on it. She might have gotten tangled up a little bit too, trying to get to the ball. Arike, a wide open 3 is too strong. Athene with the board. Now across half court. Dribbles down low and bounces back door to Mills, who couldn't handle that pass. Flames with another turnover. They have 22 in the game, compared to only 10 for Middle Tennessee. Rebounding has gotten closer, but Middle Tennessee still a +5 in rebounding and a +5 in offensive boards. Lady Raiders' shooting percentage has fallen of late. They're down to 38%. Because of the turnovers, they've been able to get 16 more shots in this game. Flames shooting 28%. Middle, again, not their normal average, but the volume of shots they've been able to get because of all the Liberty turnovers and the extra offensive rebounds as well is the reason why this game has not been close. 64-37, our final timeout. We'll take one and be back after this here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Curious about the housing market in Central Virginia? The caring, competent, trusted advisors at Carl Miller Realty have over 100 years of combined experience. We are committed to helping clients make informed housing decisions. For a winning game plan and to discover the value of your home, visit carlmillerrealty.com to make your next move a slam dunk with our winning team. That's carlmillerrealty.com.
Century Exteriors offers exterior home renovations, including but not limited to gutters, roofing, siding, home additions, and much more. Century Exteriors makes the process seamless. Call 434-239-6722 for a free on-site estimate or visit us at centuryexteriors.com and Century Exteriors on Facebook and Instagram.
This broadcast of Liberty Flames Athletics is brought to you through underwriting support from Larry's Tire and Auto Repair. They offer complete auto service, including tires, preventive maintenance, and more. Larry's Tire carries all major brands and is open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Larry's Tire has 2 locations in Lynchburg and at Able Tire in Concord, and a new service center coming soon in Forest. More information on Larry's Tire is available at larrystireservice.com.
Listening to Lady Flames basketball live from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network. Now, back to the game.
4:09 on the clock here in the fourth quarter. Liberty trailing 64-37. Liberty men will play at home against Middle Tennessee later tonight at 6 o'clock, which is actually only about now 25 minutes away. Can't make it out to Liberty Arena, you can follow along with Nick Pierce on the call. Alan York basking in the sun in the Bahamas. Tough loss, though, for the Liberty football team earlier today, and all those players that they didn't have in their arsenal. I know Coach Chadwell's not going to make any excuses, but there was a lot of holes to be filled because of the transfer portal. And not just transfer portal, players opting out for various reasons. Middle Tennessee with the basketball. Scott goes on the drive. Might have had her shot partially blocked by Smuda. Flames come out with it. Athene running the point. Ayestadish on the far side. Looks interior, dribbles her way down, kicks to Athene, who hands off to Hess. Up to Ayestadish, back to Hess. Hess to Athene. Athene with 5 seconds to shoot. To Smuda. Smuda fades with 2 and doesn't get the friendly roll. And we've got some players tangled up, and a foul is going to be called against Liberty. It's always interesting to me, the officials make these elaborate gestures when they call a foul. In that case, it was grabbing the wrist and like yanking the arm down, very emphatic. Nothing like that happened on the play. And I'm not saying that Elizabeth didn't foul, but that signal, nothing close to that signal happened on that play. So I don't know, maybe that's just acting classes from back in the day that come out. Flames get a stop, they bring the ball up court and then lose the handle. Mills couldn't hold on to it. Let's see, Flames now with 23 turnovers compared to 10. Middle Tennessee is running some clock. Three-pointer is off the mark by Gregory, but she's fouled and comes up a little bit hobbled. And that's kind of the risk you run, and it wasn't intentional. It was, I think what it was in that spot was Mills was not expecting Gregory to just pull from 28 feet. It looked like she was just going to dribble towards, dribble kind of the clock down to 10 or so, but with about 15 seconds, she just decided to pull the shot. So Avery was trying to get out to close and made contact with her as she came back down to the floor, and Gregory misses the first free throw, makes the second, but hobbled a little bit after that, and she plays a lot of minutes And she plays a lot of minutes at the end of games that are blowouts. I don't know if that's just a lack of trust in the bench altogether, but talk about it's a 30-point game. So you're never rooting for any sort of injury or anything like that, but it's just surprising if they roll the dice a little bit and keep her out there in games that are decided. We're 2 minutes to go in this ball game, and the outcome is not in question anymore, but Gregory is on pace to play another 40-minute game. Steenbergen tries the three-pointer for Liberty. Her shot's too strong. Rebound to Middle Tennessee. Come across half court. Jada Harrison will work on things, but lost the basketball. Flames get it back. Dribbling down court is Athene. Now up top to Steenbergen. Steenbergen back to Athene. A long two is good. Claudia makes it 66-39. Once again, Gregory across half court, just dribbling. On top of the sponsor logo. Mills on her. Gregory fires it up for about 30 feet and banks it in. (69-39) Middle Tennessee. That wasn't the prettiest shot that Gregory's taken, but it still counts. Flames try to get it back down inside, and they throw it away. Turnover number 24. That three by Gregory is her 6th of the game. She's 6 of 8, has 26 points. It's about a 15-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Gregory dribbles back in a similar spot. Mills extends out defensively a little bit more on this possession. Gregory off of a screen will take a 15-foot jumper. Too much on it. The Flames get the rebound. Up court to Steenbergen. Steenbergen attacks, goes to the hoop, and lays it in. Shot clock is off. Middle Tennessee doesn't have to do anything but let it run down. I do want to say a hello and a congratulations to Dick Palmer, who retired from Middle Tennessee women's basketball's radio broadcast after last season. Is still doing baseball for the Raiders program. A long, storied broadcasting career for Dick. Got a chance to talk to him briefly before today's game. And he stepped aside because of all the travel, consolidating the number of sports that he does. But he was much appreciated around these parts for a long, long time. And his broadcasting career goes back into the early 70s overall. Flames fall here in Murfreesboro. Final score 69-41. With the loss, Liberty now 1-1 in Conference USA, 8-5 overall. Middle Tennessee is now 10-5 and 2-0 in CUSA, and they've now set the record for the longest winning streak in CUSA history. 31 straight victories. That breaks a mark that was set by Rice. They're the two-time defending champs in the conference and trying to make it a three-peat. We can tell from these first two conference games, they've got the team that could certainly do that. As they knocked off FIU to begin the year on Thursday night, 69-38, and now they beat Liberty 69-41. And the most impressive part of those numbers isn't the 69 part, because that's, pretty average number of points scored. A little bit above for Middle Tennessee, but right in the neighborhood of what they normally put up. But it's the defense that they've had in these first two conference games, holding a Liberty squad that averages 76 to only 41, and the shooting percentage at only 29%. unbelievably tough on defense. Not a lot of open looks. And even when the Flames did have some open looks, they couldn't hit them. 4 of 20 from three-point land, 20%. This is a team that normally averages about twice that. Wouldn't have probably made the difference in this basketball game. It would have made the game closer, but it probably wouldn't have been the difference in the outcome. There were a lot of factors involved in why this didn't go the Flames' way. A lot of it was the 24 turnovers and the 31 points that came off of those turnovers for Middle Tennessee. We'll take a complete look at your Larry's Tire and Auto stats, as well as the Century Exteriors shooting numbers. Back in the studio, Trey will have our Frank Good Builders out-of-town scoreboard. That and so much more on the Coca-Cola post-game show when we return here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Save big during Lynchburg Nissan's Model Year-End Sales Event. Get $8,200 off remaining Pathfinders in stock. Plus, every vehicle comes with our unbeatable 1 million-mile powertrain warranty. Stock is limited, so hurry into Lynchburg Nissan or shop 24/7 at lynchburgnissan.com.
When it was time for my family and I to buy and sell our houses, we knew exactly who to call, and that was Jason Porter with Legacy Realty and Development. Hi, this is Nick Pierce, encouraging you to do what we did. Make the easy decision and call Jason Porter for all of your real estate needs.
Thanks, Nick. And Flames Nation, let's talk about how we can serve you. Call or text me today, Jason Porter, at 434-258-8827. That's 434-258-8827, or email me at jasonporterrealestate@gmail.com. Thanks, and as always, go Flames.
True Flame fans know where to shop to show their pride. Shop LibertyFlames.com. We're your one-stop shop for official Liberty Flames merchandise. Plus, all orders ship free. Go red, white, and blue and visit shoplibertyflames.com today. That's shoplibertyflames.com. ShopLibertyFlames.com is a proud sponsor of Liberty Athletics. For all your Liberty Flames apparel needs, visit shoplibertyflames.com today.
The doctors at Crossroads Family Dentistry say go Flames and good luck this season. Stephen Hatch, James Peary III, Trey Woolwine, and Carol Roberts have over 50 years of experience serving Lynchburg and the surrounding area. Their dental office in Forest is open and ready to serve you. Crossroads Family Dentistry provides all family and cosmetic dental needs and accepts major dental insurances. They're located at 14761 Forest Road in front of Brauburgers. More information is available at CrossroadsFamilyDentistryVA.com.
Lynchburg Nissan's Model Year-End Sales Event is here. Take advantage of 0% financing for 60 months on Classy Rogue, or save up to $6,500 on Frontiers. Pair these deals with our exclusive 1 million-mile powertrain warranty. Visit Lynchburg Nissan today.
Game is over, but we're just getting started with the Coca-Cola post-game locker room report. Coming up, Larry's Tire and Auto Repair will present the final game statistics. Head coach Kerry Green will stop by to give his thoughts on the game, and we'll update the out-of-town scoreboard built by Frank Good Builders. Now let's head back inside the arena for the Coca-Cola post-game locker room report.
Welcome back into the Murphy Center. Not a good game for the Lady Flames. They fall victim to the home team, 69-41. Middle Tennessee with the win, now 2-0 in CUSA and 10-5 overall on the year. Lady Flames 8-5 and 1-1 in the conference. Liberty now, everybody in the conference will get a little bit of time off as we have gotten into this sequence of basically playing Thursdays and Saturdays. When you have the weekend that you would play your travel partner, which for the Flames case would be FIU, then you only play one game that weekend. So you would just have a Saturday game on those occasions. So for Liberty, they now go back home and will play Sam Houston on Thursday, Louisiana Tech on Saturday. And the following week, probably the second toughest road trip in the conference. This is being the toughest just because you got two extremely good teams in Western Kentucky and Middle Tennessee. But the toughest travel week is probably the following week, the 16th and the 18th, when Liberty goes to UTEP and New Mexico State. Then they get that week where they only have one game and that's against FIU at home on the 25th of January. So they get a little bit of time to recuperate after that trip to UTEP and New Mexico State. So the timing of the bye Thursday, if you will, is pretty good for Liberty. Now, Middle Tennessee, they will play next at Kennesaw State and Jacksonville State on the 9th and 11th before coming home to play their travel partner and getting a one-game week when they play Western Kentucky. Actually, not at home. That's a road game as well. So 3 straight road games ahead for Middle Tennessee, Kennesaw State, Jacksonville State, and then the following week on that Saturday at WKU. Final numbers for this game look like this. For the Lady Flames, they shot 29% from the field, 15 of 51. Middle Tennessee was 37%, 25 of 67. And that's probably the biggest key in this entire ball game, was the fact that Middle Tennessee had 16 more field goal attempts, slightly because of rebounding, but mostly because of turnovers. Flames 4 of 20 from 3, that's 20%. Middle Tennessee 7 of 23, 30%. Free throw line, the Flames 7 of 9. Another 700 meals donated to local area food banks of the Food Line Feed Score to Give More campaign. And Middle Tennessee was 12 of 16. Those outside shooting numbers brought to you by Century Exteriors. Flames with the 24 turnovers. Middle Tennessee with 11 points off turnovers, 31-7 in favor of MTSU. Rebounding evened out, but it was still a 41-37 advantage for the Lady Raiders, including 15-10 in offensive boards, 12-6 for them in second chance points. Bench points, 19-0 Liberty, but that's to be expected. Middle Tennessee doesn't use their bench very much at all. Points in the paint, 26-12 Middle Tennessee. Fast break points, 11-2 Middle Tennessee. Leading scorer for the Lady Raiders was Gregory. She had 26 on 7 of 14 shooting, including 6 of 8 from 3, also 6 of 9 at the free throw line, which for her is poor shooting, 67%. She's normally at 95% from 3, but she also played 80 minutes in the 2 games. Played every minute of this game and played every minute on Thursday night against FIU. So maybe just the legs weren't there on those free throw attempts in the second half. That's why she missed a few. Scott had 23 points, the only 2 players in double digits for either team. For the Lady Flames, Bella Smuda finished up with 7 and 4 rebounds. Emma Hess with 5, Asia Boone with 5, Peen Steenbergen with 5, Brooke Moore also with 5. Brooke, in limited playing time, had those 5 rebounds. 5 points, a couple of rebounds. Played some pretty good defense as well. Got to the free throw line 3 times. Brooke Moore will be our Thompson Brooks Insurance player of the game on a night when there was not a lot of superlatives to talk about offensively for the Lady Flames. Jordan Hodges also 7 rebounds, led Liberty in rebounding. So point guard gets the most off the glass. That's good for her. Probably not a good overall sign as far as the team is concerned. And a night that, or the afternoon, I should say, I guess, that the Flames felt like they had an edge in rebounding. They should have been able to maybe be a +5, +10 on the boards. They were actually a -4. And of course, turnovers also a big problem for Liberty today. And shooting. I could continue down. Not a game that you're going to want to remember very much. You got to read it. You got to look at it. You got to digest it. But then I think after probably about 48 hours, you flush this one and move on to what's next, because there's just not a lot of positives to take from this basketball game at all. Let's throw it back into the studio where Trey will take a look at our Frank Good Builders out-of-town scoreboard. What's going on as far as Liberty is concerned as well. Liberty men playing in a matter of moments here. Liberty football played earlier today. Trey's going to tell us all about it. Back to you in the studio, Trey.
Yes, Jamie, a flush the tape kind of game for the Lady Flames there as they fall 69-41 to Middle Tennessee State. Liberty men looking for a little redemption in a matter of moments. So as soon as you finish our broadcast, flip over to the Liberty Flame. You can listen to the men's cast. Mr. Nick Pierce on the call. If you want to like double screen it or double tune it, if you have your radio nearby, 107.5 FM in Lynchburg, 101.FM in Roanoke, and of course on the Liberty Flames Sports Network mobile app, where you can check the game between Liberty and Middle Tennessee on the men's side. Jamie touched on it well. The football team in the bowl game falls 26-7 to Buffalo. So men looking for a little redemption, also coming off of that tough loss on Thursday night to Western Kentucky. But let's get to our Frank Good Builders out-of-town scoreboard. Starting in women's college basketball in Conference USA, all these games have gone final. Jacksonville State 68, Kennesaw State 56, UTEP 64, Sam Houston 62. Sam Houston is the next opponent for these Lady Flames. Then Louisiana Tech 67, New Mexico State 58. Louisiana Tech improves to 2-0 in conference play. FIU 80, Western Kentucky 79. FIU gets it done over the Hilltoppers in that one. As for the top 25, got two finals for you. The number one team in the country, UCLA, improves to 5-0 or 4-0, in Big Ten play. Still weird to say, as they get the win over Indiana, 73-62. And as for number 12, Kansas State, they go 3-0 in Big 12 play, 15-1 on the year, as they get the win over Texas Tech, 77-57. As for the men's side of things in Conference USA, tied at the half, Jacksonville State and Kennesaw State at 36 apiece. And a final for you, New Mexico State 78, Louisiana Tech 48. Also, FIU 85, Western Kentucky 66. As for the top 25, just one notable score for you. Top 10 matchup, number 10 Kentucky 106, number 6 Florida 100. And we're going to cut the Frank Good Builders out-of-town scoreboard short. We're going to go back to Murfreesboro. I know Jamie is with Coach.
Thanks, man. Trey, back in the studio. We'll let you finish up after we take a break, and you can wrap up the broadcast here in a moment. We do have Coach Green joining us. And, Coach, I know when we talked at halftime, not a lot of positives to take. There was a couple of nice defensive plays, I guess, in the first half. But overall, when you get your highlighter, you're going over the stat sheet, what's the first thing that stands out to you?
Well, the first thing that stands out is really not on this piece of paper, is that we didn't shoot the ball well because we didn't play hard. They played harder than us and disrupted everything we do from an offensive perspective. Now, how does that play out? Once again, specifically answering your question, they play harder than us. I'm sure they practice and get after each other and practice, and consequently their execution is better than us, our execution. So that's the reason you struggle on offensive with your offense. Your shots are at a different speed. It's typically faster, and you're just not playing at a pace that is conducive to being more efficient. We're playing too fast and we're not as efficient. And a lot of shots, and some of them are very good shots and just couldn't make shots. Their defense is better than our defense, but when you start looking at the numbers, and that's where it really comes down. When a team that plays harder is going to make more things happen, and that's what they did. And our offense struggled. They out-rebounded us, and we didn't take care of the ball, and our turnovers ended up being 31 points for them. And even though we had, I think, 19 turnovers against Western Kentucky, it was only worth 10 points. It was dead ball turnovers, like a shot clock or stepping out of bounds or walking. this particular game, it's not. We turned the ball over, and we have to transition back, and they got to spread out and take some quick shots or just fast break layup. So kudos to them. This is a good game to learn and to put in front of us for us to understand the price we have to pay just to get in a championship game. Not talking about to beat them, which we won't, but there's some other good teams in our conference, and turn the ball over as many times as we did and not executing and not playing as hard as they did, it showed, and we'll move on.
Be nice to get back home and play some games. It's been a little while since you've been able to play a home game. I guess, what's the week look like leading back to these games in Lynchburg next week?
Yeah, it's always good to come back to Flames Nation. You know, they love us. You know, we're loved at Flames Nation, and the people, our fans, we need you to show back up. And we got 2 home games, and we need to take care of business on Thursday against a really up-and-coming Sam Houston State, and they were actually sitting on top of the conference in the non-conference along with Western Kentucky. So I don't know what they've done today, how those things play out, but we got to take care of our home stand, and we certainly would love to have the Flames Nation out there pulling us through.
Well, I know, Coach, it was a tough loss, and actually I can tell you that UTEP actually beat Sam Houston today 64-62, and FIU snuck out a win against Western Kentucky 80-79. Louisiana Tech beat New Mexico State. That's maybe a little bit of a surprise as well. That's another team that you're going to have to play coming up this week. Louisiana Tech, they've exceeded some expectations as well to start off the conference. So should be fun, though, and I know the more fans that come out, the better it is for the Lady Flames, and they'll lick their wounds for a little while, and then time to bounce back.
Yep. Thank you, Jamie.
As head coach Kerry Green, we'll take a break, and when we come back, Trey will wrap things up back in the studio. You're listening to Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Segra for their support. Segra collaborates with companies to offer business-only, carrier-grade connectivity, cybersecurity, voice and cloud solutions tailored to meet their diverse needs. Segra offers these solutions across a fiber network that spans 28 states in the U.S. and is headquartered in Charlotte, North Carolina. They can be reached at segra.com or 833-GO-SEGRA. Segra, a proud partner of the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Come cheer on Lady Flames basketball at Liberty Arena in Lynchburg.
Hodges for 3. Boom! Jordan Hodges, 2 huge shots.
See the Liberty Lady Flames battle the best in Conference USA. This week, Liberty takes on Sam Houston Thursday night at 7 o'clock. Then Liberty entertains Louisiana Tech this Saturday at 2 o'clock. Bring the family and experience the action of Liberty Lady Flames basketball at Liberty Arena. Tickets at luwbasketball.com.
11 West is a proud sponsor of the Liberty Flames. 11 West specializes in apparel screen printing, embroidery, sew-on, and flat printing. From the design phase with their graphics arts team to the finished product, 11 West collaborates with each client to craft custom apparel and promotional products. For more information, visit 11west.com, call 540-639-9319, or stop by their location at 6598 New River Road in Radford. 11 West, outfitting America and logo wear.
Thompson Brooks Insurance has been serving Virginia for over 35 years, helping individuals and businesses with their insurance and investment needs. The team at Thompson Brooks is experienced in understanding Medicare, retirement planning, life insurance, the healthcare marketplace, and group insurance benefits. Call Thompson Brooks Insurance at 434-385-8500. That's 434-385-8500, or visit them online